My sweet Aquariuses, this is your horoscope for March 2025, and March will make you busy in terms of your communication, in terms of your writing, speaking. That part of your life will get a lot of attention from planets, a lot of activities, and March, will make you focus on that part of your life. Also, especially if you have siblings, then it's about your siblings, neighbors, and inner circle, people who you talk daily. Those people will be a lot active in your life during whole March. Now, March will be amazing month because we have two eclipses, sorry, that are gifts from universe. They are highly positive, amazingly positive. Yes, eclipses can be positive, and me myself, I can't wait them to happen. They're amazing, and these eclipses usually they are tools of universe that are like elevators, amazing tools to correct our destiny, to correct a direction of our life, for better self, for better future. And usually things happen on eclipses that are once in a lifetime, that are destined ones, like getting married or moving somewhere or giving birth or becoming parents, something which happens only once and changes our life once and for all, something like that. But and these eclipses are positive, so positive changes are happening, and whole March vibration will be amazingly extremely great. Now, even though we will have two planets, personal planets, retrograding, meaning slowing down everything. Venus and Mercury will retrograde, but this eclipses seems like will overshadow them. We will not be feeling so much of effect to those two planets retrograding because we will be busy being happy with the news of these eclipses. This seems like will be the topic of whole March. Now let's talk about this Mercury and Venus retrograde a little bit before we talk about eclipses. Now, from the get-go, 2nd of March, Venus goes retrograde into 40 days and 40 nights until April 13th. Now, Venus retrogrades every a year and a half, 18 months to be precise. And, Venus, when Venus retrogrades, it sends us into this shadow period. It sends us into this reflective period about our values, what we value. And Venus will be retrograding in your third house. Now, Venus is a personal planet, Now, because it's a personal planet, we feel them the most when they when they slow down, when they start moving backwards. We feel them through directly, like situations, through people, through events. And Venus is planet of love and beauty, meaning whole March there should be no plastic surgeries, no beauty procedures, no radical change of appearance. My dear Aquarius, because you might not like it, or you might regret it, or you might need to redo it somehow. Something will be off about that procedure, so better to postpone it until Venus goes direct. And also it's about love too, and getting married in March is not a good decision too. To make a celebration is okay, like huge marriage, but to sign the paper, like marriage papers, better to do it after Venus goes direct, because when we get married during Venus retrograde, usually love fades away by time, and there will be less and less warmth within marriage. That's why it's not advisable to get married during Venus retrograde. Now, Venus retrogrades in your third house. Third house is exactly signing papers, signing contracts, and also Venus rules money. For you, my dear Aquarius, specifically, try to avoid signing any important papers, some crucial papers related to money or related to marriage, because when we get married, we also sign papers. So better to postpone it after until April 13th. All 40 days, hold to it. Now, third house is also a house of siblings, as I said, and your inner circle, your friendships, who you communicate daily, your close, let's say, circle. Now, Venus is about values. You will be sort of in a retrospective motion whole March in terms of what kind of values you have within this society, within your close friendships, what value they see in you, let's say, or what kind of values they bring into your life, those people surrounding you, let's say. Now, by the end of March, that focus will shift into your self-esteem, because second, Venus will, it's moving backwards and it will slip into your second house. Now, second house is about money and also self-esteem, because those two things are linked. How much we value ourselves, that's how much we earn. That's the let's say rule of astrology. And Venus here will give you quite a lot of deep perspective on yourself priorities, on the way how you earn money, like resources, and also like how much you value yourself, how much of a value you give yourself in your skills, like how often you, let's say, you prize yourself, or vice versa, discourage yourself. All these things will matter in April, because by the end of March, as I said, March 27th, Venus goes into your second house. Now, Venus is also a planet of money. It might literally give back someone. Let's say if someone owed you money, that person might give you back the money because it's a money house, like literally manifesting, or you might get your bonus at work, or something might be, some sort of additional income might come in. Now, Mercury will do the same journey from your third house and to into your second house. Mercury will gonna retrograde on 15th of March until April 7th, and Mercury is planet of communication and thoughts and everything we speak and write, and it's in your same house that it rules, like communication house, writing house, signing paper house. This will be extra important, and you might feel this retrograde the most with Mercury retrograde in your third house. All the information, all the data, double check, triple check. Like a lot of times, you will need to check, because all things might go wrong. Meetings get cancelled or postponed, or some mishaps, mixes of information, and people tend to get more forgetful, confused. All these things happen during Mercury retrograde, and it's happening exactly for you in your that area, specific area of your chart, which is communication chart. So double check all the details related to your travels, related to any data or any information, my dear Aquariuses. Now, during Mercury retrograde, is also not advisable to do any medical surgeries. We try to postpone it. Of course, if it's emergency, we do all those medical things. But if it's planned something like procedures, better to do it later, by the end of April. Now, Mercury will also slip into your second house because it's moving backward by the end of March, March 30th to be precise. Now, here, these two planets, whole March will be sending beams of past, sending you to the journey of reflection in your third house area, meaning all things you might like hear back from your old friends with whom you've been close before, or you might hear back from your siblings if you have them, like sisters and brothers, or they might come visit you to stay with you, or you might travel to visit them, let's say, or there might be some short distance travels happening whole March, when you will visit places where you lived before, where you know very well. Or it can be also related to transportation, like driving, because third house is about transportation and driving, and Venus is about value. So you might be selling your car or trying to buy. But again, these two planets are retrograde. Like seal the deal after second half of April. Like on second half of April, the closest you can get the good days, but best days will be in May. So try to postpone it until that. For now, you can review, you can go for viewings and all the stuff. For selling, it's a great time while it's retrograding these planets. For selling, you will sell for amazing price, higher than you expected, and it will be amazing, but not for buying deal. Now, and then these two planets will send you to a journey of self-esteem in April. By the end of March, you will feel this shift when you will be sort of quiet in a lot of thoughts around, related to self-esteem, how you value yourself, how you value your skills, and how what kind of skills you utilize, let's say, to earn money. Are you earning enough money, and all this like sort of self kind of worth things are will come forth, and you will notice this by the end of March, and whole April will be colored with these two planets emphasizing that part of your life, my dear Aquariuses. Now let's talk about eclipses. First one will hit 14th of March, full moon lunar eclipse in your financial house, 8th house. Now, those of you who are born 10th of February, plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most. Or if you have any placements or planets at 23 degrees of any basically sign, you will get also, double dip of this eclipse. Now, this eclipse is amazing, positive one, because we have Uranus and Mars supporting this eclipse, hugely supporting. So there will be some surprise and happy surprise. Remember this, it will be happy surprise because Uranus is your ruler, planet of surprises, situated in your family house, and Mars is in your health house. Now, you see, like eclipse is happening in your well-being house too. 8th house is about health, and Mars is there, and some sort of story is coming to an end. For example, if there is a situation related to your mother and especially her health, like well-being, let's say surgery, because Mars is, rules all things sharp, including medical nice, and it's in your health house. And there is Uranus in your mother's house. Seems like some of you guys might be concerned about your mother's health, and if there is a situation that there should be some surgery or operation, no worries, everything will go smooth. The only thing will be that she will need to probably stick to some sort of eating habit, totally new, because Saturn will be opposing this eclipse, but Uranus and Mars will mitigate the effect of this Saturn, meaning will make it milder, more gentler. Saturn will become more gentle here, reminding, let's say, doctor might prescribe after surgery, like post surgery, let's say, eating, I don't know, diet or something, some sort of, like, a lot of things you will need to restrict from your menu. As an example, this is as an example, it could be your situation, either it could be your mother's situation, for example. But anyhow, all in all, everything will go smooth and amazing. No worries on this. Now, I would like to also mention that I will make a whole separate video on this full moon lunar eclipse, so stay tuned. And always check your rising sign, because all the horoscopes are written exactly for rising sign. That's why 99% we relate. It's more relatable to listen to our horoscope of rising sign, but also moon sign too. Depending on the time and place where you're born, moon sign is very important too. So it will give you quite a lot of insight if you listen to all three: sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign. Now, I would also briefly like to mention that it could be related to money. If you say that it's not about health, everything is okay. Now, full moons are about conclusion, it's concluding something. There is already some situation. Or they might put some attention, like huge light on some situation in your life. So it might be about money, especially investments, like buying a real estate, or this kind of opportunity might present itself. related to taking loan for a real estate, to buy, like acquire real estate, for example, or like banks might finally approve your application for a loan, as an example. Or if you have a lawsuit, my dear Aquarius, says seems like you will be on the win, but sad, anyhow there will be something to pay, like it might be like lawyer services or something that will be responsible. You might need to put some money there at the end of this lawsuit. Anyhow, we will go more in detail, and I will try to give you more examples on that separate video, so stay tuned for that one. And just so you know, ruler of this eclipse will be in third house conjunct Venus. Whatever will be the news, you will love it, you will like it, and you seems like will be anticipating it. Now, March 29, we have second eclipse, because eclipses, they come in pair, as you might know. They're always two. And this one I call destiny one. Destiny eclipse, because all destiny and transformation karmic planets are taking part in this eclipse. And believe me, when I looked at this eclipse, there is no negative aspects or bad aspects. It's crazy amazing. I was in awe, and I cannot wait this eclipse happen, particularly this one. Now it's happening in your third house. You see, this third house is hugely emphasized in March. And those of you who are born 26th of January, plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most. And if you have any placements or planets at 8 degrees, this eclipse will speak to you directly, of any zodiac sign actually. Now, this is hugely amazing, and some destiny happening, some fated event happening, because all these planets, karmic planets, are taking part, plus no negative aspects. It's an amazing one. Pluto will support hugely this eclipse. It's a new one, new energy, and something new is bubbling up there. Now, Pluto is a planet of transformation, newly in your first house. It's transiting currently your first house for the next 20 years. Now, Pluto rules your house of career, your house of reputation, and the highest point of your chart, actually. And it's also influence. Now, it's in the third house. You might sign the deal, my dear Aquarius. Here, some new offer, collaboration, or some sort of work offer, job offer, or that might make you, famous, that might make you respectable, because 10th house, the Pluto rules, is about respect, it's about influence. Whatever you're signing will shine your star. Seems like people would want to listen to you, what you want to say, or what you're going to say. And also people want they will start respecting you because of what you're going to do with this after signing this paper. As an example, for some of you, it might be totally about your brothers or sisters. It could be their life taking such a high note that it's influencing your life too. You will be happy for your brother or sister. They might start occupying some highest point, maybe in their career. They might get recognition, or they might get upgrade or new position, let's say. So promotion, something might be happening in their life, or some close relatives life, like I don't know, cousins, the ones that you speak more often, let's say. It's a close friendship circle. The third house is also, it's about our surroundings. Some new surrounding is forming there, my lovely Aquariuses, for you. And that surrounding comprises of people who has money, who has influence, who has reputation. And money, when I mean money, it's not just money, it's tons of money. And it seems like you are entering into a circle of influential, sort of VIP people, some of you guys. It's an amazing one. The third house is also a house of transportation, as I said, so you might buy for yourself a car or any type of transportation. But again, Venus and Mercury is retrograding whole March. Try to sign the deal by the end of April, my dear Aquariuses. Now, third house is also house of trainings, like courage house, some new skills. You might finally go for some, sign up for some courses to learn the skill that you always wanted to learn. Or you might start learning new language. Third house is about languages, how we communicate, what we use to communicate, even what languages. Seems like new journey for you here. You might start learning new language. Now, ruler of this eclipse, Mars, will receive from another two karmic planets amazing beam, amazing support, boost of positivity from Saturn and Uranus, your ruler, my dear Aquarius. Now, Uranus will be in your family house, and Saturn will be in your money house, earning income house. This is amazing one. Seems like, universe is helping you to earn more. Mars will be, situated in your work house, Saturn in your income house. Seems like some job offer on the table for some of you guys, and that job offer will have amazing also salary, and it might be coming with relocation package. You might need to relocate yourself, like change the place of living. Either it's a city, but most probably like the country, or it might be promotion that will allow you also to spend time with your family more, let's say. Like you might start delegating like half of your assignments because you got promoted and now you have more free time, as an example. Now, anyhow, we will go more in detail and in deep information in a separate video, so make sure to listen that. You wouldn't want to miss that one, so stay tuned. Now, by the end of March, we have another huge aspect going on. Neptune moving into your third house. This never happened in our lifetime and will never happen again. That's why it's a huge one. Now, Neptune in your third house was last time it back in 19th century, from 1861 until 1875. Can you imagine? So this is huge one because Neptune is a slow planet. It's a karmic planet. It is changing sign. At the end, it takes 14 years to change sign. Now, Neptune will stay until 22nd October, sort of giving you preview, like a movie trailer of what's to come in the next 14 years. After, it will come back into your third house in January 2026 for a long 14 years and not to leave, before. Now, it will retrograde after 22nd of October, meaning crawl back into your second house where it spent the last 14 years. The second house is house of money. Since 2011, 2012, now Neptune was making oceans of money to you because Neptune is linked with ocean and it's boundaryless, as you know. Oceans, there is no limit, right? So there was no limit to money income, let's say, income source, also finding income, and also opportunities to earn, like huge, like a lot of money, like ocean. So some of you guys might have got quite accustomed with a lot of resources, how to earn money, from where, from which places, and how easy to earn money. And mostly, a lot of you guys might have earned it through spirituality, because Neptune is about spirituality, or through art. Like those, especially those of you like singers, actors, you might have gotten into very, very highs of that industry influence, like models. That part of like industry was glamorous for the last 14 years for you to earn tons of money, my dear Aquarius. Anyhow, I'll give more details about upcoming Neptune in your third house, where we will speak, like whole separate video where we will speak about events that was happening historically for whole humanity and what to expect for us now, and also personally to you, to all the zodiac signs. Stay tuned for that one. I wish you amazing March, my dear Aquarius, and it will be positive. Love you all. Bye bye.